Hi everyone, it's Holly, and last week I did my top 5 must-do Magic Kingdom attractions, and this week I'm obviously doing my top 5 must-do Epcot attractions because I'm wearing my Figment ears. So this is my Epcot attraction list, and I will say going into this was definitely harder for me to do than for Magic Kingdom, and there's really two reasons for that. Reason number one is the big reason in that I like and enjoy a ton of attractions at Epcot. I'm never bored when I'm there, but I don't love a bunch of attractions. You know, there aren't a bunch where I'd like immediately think of them when somebody like asks me for recommendations or anything like that. And the second reason is because I haven't been there in 2 years, which means I haven't participated in two really big attractions, and that is Frozen Ever After and the new Soarin'. So I feel like those probably would be on this list, but I can't put them on here. So these are my 5 must-do attractions for me at Epcot. So the first one is going to be Test Track. I'm a huge fan of this attraction. I actually like the redesign, the Tron track thing. I think it's fun and exciting. Of course I miss the old one. I especially miss the old pre-show for some reason. I have it on my iPod, and I'll listen to it every once, but I do not miss the old music that would play during the line. That music was so annoying. But I love designing my own car, and I love riding it, and I think it's so exciting, and this attraction is fun during the day and at night. Plus, I've owned 2 cars in my life, and they both have been Chevys, so I feel like, you know, I'm in this like club. The next attraction is Spaceship Earth, which I just find to be like a nice, relaxing attraction. To me, this is along the same lines as the TTA, and where I can just go in there, I can relax, I can pay attention, and like see tons of unique details, or I can kind of just like zone out, not really worry about anything. I do like the interactive portion. I am also, I will say, a Jeremy Irons fan, like in general, but also his narration of Spaceship Earth. The Judi Dench version is fine, but definitely Team Jeremy Irons. Number 3 is Living with the Land. I think this is another one where you can kind of relax and not pay that much attention if you want to and still enjoy it, or you can really pay attention and like look for different things and everything, and it very rarely has a long wait. Usually if it does, it's because Soarin' just let out like a big group of people. But I find it entertaining, and it always makes me want to go home and start a garden. And on my last trip, my family did the behind the scenes tour, which, as an aside, I highly recommend. It is a great deal. It's about an hour long, and if you even kind of like Living with the Land, I think you would really enjoy the tour. Number 4 is Illuminations, Reflections of Earth. This is not my favorite nighttime show. We'll get there eventually, but it is something that I really enjoy doing, and I would be super sad if I wasn't able to see it on one of my trips. And it's mostly because I just love the message that this show has, like that you're at the World Showcase. It's about everybody like coming together and the whole earth, and I love when like the intro starts and it's like the guy's talking and then he goes and like all the lights go out. That's like my favorite part. My dad and I both like will do that all the time. Like we'll watch videos of illuminations and we'll be like I don't know, do other people find that part entertaining? I do. And then the 5th one I feel like could be a little contentious, but should come as no surprise for me personally, and that is Journey into Imagination with Figment. So I do want to say I completely agree that this attraction is not perfect. It has flaws. It could be better. I have seen the original. My first experience with this attraction was the original attraction with Dreamfinder. However, I would be devastated to lose Figment. Like, he means so much to me. I don't just collect his stuff because I think he is cute. I collect his stuff because I love what he embodies. I love just imagination and thinking outside the box and not letting yourself be limited, and that's how I'm trying to live my life and what I strive for every day. And that's one of the things I love about the attraction. One of the things that reaffirmed my belief in this attraction was listening to Kathy Whirling from the Diz talk about it, because she is a huge Figment fan, and she continues to ride this attraction, and she will chain herself to it if they say they're going to take it down, and I will be right there with you, Kathy, right there with you. We can be arm in arm. And her first and only experience with this attraction is the current version. I believe it may have been the second version. No, because it was Figment, so it had to have been this one. So she had said, so I don't know how much I want to talk about this, because like it's her story, and like I feel like she tells it better than I do. But her first trip to Disney World was after her husband passed away, so she was not in a good place, and she took her kids down there, and it was really for them and everything, and this attraction kind of turned everything around for her. And that's kind of what it is. It's just this idea that it literally just takes one little spark and anything can happen. And that is so amazing to me. And I'm sure some people, if this video ever gets like a decent amount of views, there will be people who will say like, I'm putting way too much emotion into this decision, and all of that, and I'm sure I am. But the fact of the matter is this attraction has that much of an impact on me personally, and I love it, and I ride it every time I go. I ride it multiple times. I love seeing Figment, and I love going through that attraction and seeing other signs of imagination. And I hope that if the attraction were to ever change and were Figment to ever leave it, that it continues to contain that piece of imagination in it in whatever way that's possible. Because I don't think we should ever get rid of that. Imagination is the reason this company exists, so we should never get rid of it. So those are my top 5 Epcot attractions. I know I need to spend more time in the World Showcase. That is my plan on this trip, not just seeing Frozen Ever After, but I definitely want to see at least 2 shows. I've heard really good things about, what is the French one called? Impressions de France. I've heard tons of good things about that one, so that is definitely on the list for me to check out. If there are any other Epcot things you think I should check out, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your recommendations and your must-dos. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!